Hi, everyone. Thanks for hopping on the AppFueled training webinar today. This is Jeremy Glassco. I've been called the original mobile app ninja, but I'm not the kind of ninja like the Chuck Norris type that will kick your butt. It's more of just we're all things apps over here, but again, not even really apps. And that's what I'm going to cover today. So in 15 minutes or less, I'm going to try to get to the end. You're going to have a chance to get our free white paper on this topic. But really what it is we don't want anyone to break this rule. It's at your own peril. And peril, what do I mean by that? I wrote down a couple things like why I use that word. It's what we don't want to see our clients do is overspend for marketing. So, you know, whatever that cost of acquisition is we know is expensive. And to keep getting new customers is, of course, is any funnel to keep a business active. We have to do that. But if we can somehow not overspend in that process, and what I mean by that is stop turning that new customer into a coin flip, right? Whether you're even going to see them for a second time. So we want to help with that too, is then not do things that really don't get response. And the way I kind of view that is don't give away too much. So those are kind of the three things. Don't overspend. Don't do things that get really no response or no engagement. We're going to talk about what I mean by that. And then just not give away too much. So many things on the websites we build, on the apps we build, they cover what would look like almost the things that would frustrate your traditional coach in our industry, right? They're going to say, don't be a discount shop. Don't give away things. And all of that, I absolutely agree with. We engineer things, hopefully with that in mind, like the old school idea that we can just throw out, some type of, sales promotion, and that's going to, get us the type of customer we want. I think we all know that's not always the case. Yeah, you can strike gold and, get a, transmission repair out of a, half off oil change offer, but it's not necessarily the intent of what we build and why we build it. It's so that we can work towards this idea that you don't break this rule. And in doing so, let me kind of jump to what this is. The rule as stated, and I've got this on page, we'll get to that too, page 135 of my book, but in the white paper, so you'll have this as a download you can get at the end here, but on page 5 of the white paper, stop giving away value, stop giving away heavily discounted or free services without enticing customers to take an equal or greater engaging step with your brand. Remember, don't give away anything without asking for that equal engagement in return. And so just starting here with the concept right there, and if we could just do no marketing beyond that said, hey, customer, we've got a great experience for you here. We're a premier shop. And to do so, this is how you can check out today. This is how you could book a convenient appointment today. This could lead to a lot of things. And on this next slide, it's been called it's really the breakthrough. I've given an acronym to this. Let me hop over to the screen. C.E.L.L, C.E.L.L, or just known as the Customer Engagement Loyalty Ladder. So this is everything built into. We're up to, what are we on, version 7.5? If you don't have that yet, make sure you reach out. I'll have some support links at the end. You should be up to version 7.5 in the app stores, and also of course, your hybrid web app that's contained in your website would also have that, have this engagement ladder built in. And there could be many things turned on here. The rebate program, there's now an advanced star rewards program. You can be running a subscription style membership in your app. So there's things there that are touching on that C.E.L.L, this customer engagement loyalty ladder. And the idea behind it is, and I don't want to give too much away on the white paper, you kind of look through it on your own time, but we've got up to 40 or so steps, what we call engagement steps, that are asking your customer to do something, right? And some of these are not app related, right? This could just be, you go to the doctor and they say, put on a mask, or fill out this new inpatient form. It's that kind of concept. Now, if doctors, for whatever reason, we just do what we're told, right? They're wearing the white coats and doctors, and we're going to listen. And it seems as if we have this different take in our industry that maybe our customers don't view us as the experts, and somehow we have to trick them into taking steps Sometimes it's just as simple as, hey, here it is. Here's the clipboard. We'll be getting to your car. Fill that out. But it's that kind of concept where it's built into the experience that our customers can have. Now, hopefully, if you do these right, these engagement steps are not an inconvenience. They're, in some way, there's an incentive that can get them to do that, whatever it is, and they may be getting more value. So back to this slide right here, there's different ways to incentivize. It doesn't have to be the discount or the rewards or the dollars. It can be convenience. It can be value. So a lot of shops and a lot of coaches are just way ahead of this than I even I am. I spend my time here for going on 13 years, but definitely explore. This is where I would begin. Is if you feel like you don't have a customer engagement loyalty ladder, you're not finding ways to entice your customer to go from guest all the way to member, right? That's really where the crux of this conversation is at, is if we have a guest and it's a coin flip if they'll ever come back, how do we get them before they leave the shop today and we give them their keys back and they drive away? How do we reduce that from being a coin flip to maybe a 8 out of 10 times? And that's what we've seen, by the way. If you flip on a customer engagement loyalty ladder and you're using those steps and your customer, and you're not breaking that rule, right? You're not just giving them things, right? You're asking them to take engagement steps. Maybe it's download an app, right? And a lot of coaches no one's going to download an app. Well, I mean, it depends, right? So it depends on, well, what would have been the reason to do that? Was it to speed up my checkout experience with a remote payment opportunity, so that even before I get back to your shop for my Lyft ride, I'd already paid for my service today? Was it something like that, or was it that my car was already in there in my profile, so when I went to make an appointment, I didn't even have to enter it in again? Is it clicks rather than a bunch of typing? So there's just little things that add up to moving a guest into a member. And can you do that all in one visit? That's debatable, right? But can we do more than we're doing? Yes, we can. And that's the reason behind membership program, right? The reasons behind maybe a rebate opportunity. They're driving away. Maybe they had a great experience. Well, you're going to quickly find out if you flip that on. We're going to ask them for a thumbs up, thumbs down, and they're going to be enticing themselves to keep your app and your membership program on their phone, because they get to unlock a rebate dollar the next day. So we're giving them reasons to maintain that touch point at your shop even after they've left, or maybe it was to, tell us how we did, and in doing so, you also get stars added to your account. So there's just different ways that we want your brand to be front and center, and the experience to be more than just keys and then keys back and I'm driving away. And of course, much goes into excellent customer support that exceeds any kind of technology we can talk about. Great communication, quality repairs, a clean lobby. Just there's so much that goes into why a customer may or may not come back. So we don't want you to overweight the value of this. This is to be used in conjunction with all of those great things. So nothing would break that. So in the white paper, I'm going to explore you. You definitely go through those, look through those. If you feel like you don't have some of those turned on, I'm going to follow that up. Here's just kind of a screenshot of that. You can flip through the book. It's going to be easy to get the white paper too. It's just a simple download. It's 20 pages. Yeah, what are we looking at? 20 pages. And then on that, here's how you get it. So it's just to kind of hop into our loyalty ladder. We have one too, but you can kind of skip a few steps ahead in the playbook. Of course, if you're a client, shoot me a direct email. Our support team will just send you the PDF, but it's actually just easy to get this way too. Text the keyword demo to 208-914-6408. You're going to be sent an auto reply text back with a download code, and it's all yours. So, and this comes up in my book on page 135. Let me go there. So, if you haven't seen, let me back up a second. If you hadn't seen that, the ultimate 5-step auto repair marketing guide, 5 easy to follow steps. And so really step 3 really touches on this the most, and kind of jump in somewhere around page 135. It's this idea that we're getting future commitment today, right? So if we're getting a customer to download your app today, that costs them something: time, attention, interest level. And so use those incentive categories to help make that happen, right? Maybe it was you're going to give away, you built a paid membership program, you have that turned on, maybe to download the app and sign up today before they get their keys back, they get the first year free. And that's exactly how we have our demo set up. So I pulled up the screen here, right? If I'm going to be signing up, and this could be done right from your website or from the App Store, depending on how you promote it with QR codes. Maybe you have those on your counter. Hopefully you've got a quick canned text you can use from our platform to just fire off the text to the customer. But bottom line is, look, yes, it's value, but you created that. You created the value of a membership. What was that costing? What was it worth? Well, in our demo, I think we have this set at $50. We're telling that customer, hey, you get 1 year access to our VIP member program, and it's the first year is free to download our app and sign up. So you can see how we're not breaking the rule there. We're not just giving away something without that. And we are dealing with a hard issue here. It does take something to get a customer to download an app and sign up. Normally they might just drive away and pay you and that's it, right? But again, do we want a coin flip? Are we happy with those results that we may only see 1 out of 2 new customers again? And if you're not happy with that, then we've got to do something different. And that's where I say, learn through, kind of old school thinking, right? Old school is, I was sent out a postcard, $20 off an oil change. Sure, the engagement step is they drive in and they show you this coupon, maybe from your website or from the postcard. None of this is bad. We all know it works. It's got a certain cost to it. We don't want to mess with that. If you've got these kind of things working, great. And maybe we do have little things like, little engagement steps that we think, hey, just a little bit of time for them to do this, put in their number and click send. Maybe they were on their PC like I am now. So just little engagement steps like that can make that happen well. But that's kind of old school. New school, at least the way we see it is, and it's the way, the Amazon's doing it, Costco, pay for a membership, or Amazon says, put a card on file and become a Prime member and keep that active and turn on 2-factor authentication. You have access to your membership and the perks at Amazon. Same type of thing. You'll notice if you just kind of go down the list here, any one of these things you could have on in your dashboard. And this loyalty ladder, right, they can, climb the rung as they go, reasons to stay connected to your brand, reasons to keep your brand on their phone, reasons to come back to you next time that they just wouldn't be built in from your competitor, right? Your competitor hopefully doesn't have that in on you, right? That customer was already a member at a competitor shop, already expecting a birthday offer, maybe had a rebate balance already existing. Imagine if that was all of your new customers left with that type of expectation of their next visit. And that's this idea. That's what we're trying to cover here is how can we get future commitment? And that's where I think it rests, right? The things like pre-booked appointments, prepaying for services, having some type of, even setting my own vehicle reminders, right? Maybe even it's something little like that. I'm signed in here. I'm a customer signed in on this. Let me get signed in over here. Right, I'm signed in and I took those steps. You engaged me somehow. I've got a member program here, but I also have my vehicles on file. So maybe it's something as simple as, when I was in here, I got stars to connect my vehicle to my service history. Just a little nugget to take a little action. And then when I did that, maybe rather than just using traditional CRM email reminders, which of course our platform has, you're not missing that out, but it's that next level now. Now me as the customer, I'm engaging in your brand, choosing the things that add value and convenience to being a customer at your shop and hopefully a member at your shop. So I hope you have, I didn't want to overwhelm you too much. There's a lot to cover here. Often what I suggest is, first, definitely get this download. It'll walk you through the steps, kind of peruse those, look through the strategies, find all the different steps you can take, or reference kind of page 135 to 145 in there about this, really how to entice a customer, why that helps as they engage for them returning, and kind of the statistics behind that. All of that can be covered there. And then, of course, if being an active client of ours, you should have access to our tech support line, our email support. We also have a training page where you can book a dedicated one-to-one training rather than this just monthly webinar style training I do once a month. So I hope all those options help. If not, I will be posting this recording with, again, the direct links in there so you can just click through if this recording didn't quite work out. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If anyone has questions and answers after, feel free. Thanks for joining us today.